So it started in 1998.
Right, yeah.
And it was looked after completely by volunteers who did the fundraising and did everything for about, let's see, 1998 till about 2010. And then a lot of them got old and thought it was too much for them all. And so they sort of handed everything over to the council. So the council looked after it for a couple of years, completely just themselves. And then I joined, and a couple of other people joined as well as volunteers. So we started doing volunteer work and looking at what garden, could we do anything in any of the gardens? So that's when we started. Well, that's when I started.
Wow.
So, yeah. So the gold medals we know about are from 2010 onwards. So we've had gold all the time since then.
Until about sort of 2010.
No. So the volunteers under Margaret Williamson and her colleagues, and so they created the community garden around about that time, and they bought all the troughs from Mountbatten Way. They fundraised and got all of that at that time. But then, as I said, Margaret decided she wanted to retire from it all, and a lot of her colleagues had got too old, which is what happens, you know. And so it got handed over to the council. And as I said, they probably had a couple of years where they just did it themselves. And Margaret was still around, and she asked me if I would like to go and do stuff. So I did. And I just sort of retired, so I thought, okay. I was doing stuff in schools anyway, so I thought it's no problem, I'll just carry on, because I'd helped to do things. The kids had planted pots that went into the town for years, and I'd helped her with that. And I was doing eco work with schools then at that point, so to come and look at the bloom stuff and have a little gander at it and see is there anything I could do. So I did. There you go.
So it's right there. You can just see your passion driving, full of energy, and that's why it is how it is, isn't it?
Well, hopefully it's looking better. It's looking better. So if I can eye up a little space and think, well, I could just do something there. Well, that's what we did with Trees of Congleton, to be honest. There were 4 of us on the leading team, and we went out in pairs and we drove around Congleton looking for green spaces we could plant trees in, or hedges, or an orchard. And that's how we did it. And we've now planted in probably, I don't know, I think it was 90 sites now. We planted 25 new orchards, which have got at least 5 fruit trees in, up to about 20. And then there are other places where it may only have 2 or 3 fruit trees in, so they're not counted as an orchard, but they're still there. And then we've got 12 kilometres of hedging we've planted, I think it is. But we are at the 31,000 trees that we've either planted ourselves in Congleton, or we've planted just outside of Congleton, or we've grown and given away to other groups around Congleton, who've then planted them in their spaces. So
Brilliant.
That's been the last 6 winters worth of, has been all the trees.
So have you got an area where have you got like an area where you go, a nursery, or no?
We've got some space down at the tunnels in the park,
Yeah.
that we have things, so we've got space to pot up, but we tend to, once we've got things planted and established, if necessary, we'll split. You can split perennials, That's why we've done it. So you'll find that we'll think, oh, there's too much of that there, and we've got this new garden coming, can we just sneak some bits in there?
Yeah.
So we do. We like to spread the joy.
Yeah, it makes so much sense, doesn't it? That?
Yeah. So
That is.
I dread to think how long this might end up being.
Well,